Hey, greetings, fellow Hapsters, and welcome, replay viewers.
Why is the light so yellow in here?
It's kind of yellow.
Kinda.
Actually,
Hi.
I feel a little jaundiced. Actually, funny on the preview monitor, it doesn't. It's not showing as very yellow at all.
Interesting. What do you guys see?
Do
So,
we look yellow?
sorry, later than we planned, and we've been kind of gone mentally and physically and busy, and
It's all good.
I hate that tone. So, I'm hoping people are still around. I was hoping that Shane would be around, but it's a little late, I think. So I'm trying to keep track of where I'm still uploading things here and crazily getting things done. Where did I leave off? Oh, there's where I left off.
Oh, that guy.
That guy. Yeah, that guy. That guy.
So we've frantically been compiling archetypes and mythological creatures and beings from Irish folklore. Hey, Jedi Senshi. Hey, Katie. How are you?
Hey, Katie.
So we're just currently in the process of uploading a bunch of sample images for people to take a look at and to see.
And to talk about what we're doing. Kind of juggling it amongst all the craziness.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go through each archetype. So we're going to do this a little differently, but Martin's going to keep you guys slightly amused because...
Slightly amused.
I am...
Only slightly amused.
Only slightly, that's right. Because I am very quickly uploading images.
She's
Now, a lot of you are not going to see this until probably tomorrow. Oh, I lost track. I lost track.
So going backwards and forwards. Yeah. Hey, Vince.
Hey, Vince.
It has been a while. Yeah, it's been a few days since we've been on. We did that little pre-recorded broadcast the other day because we were just too crazy getting things done and getting things set up and everything. So we figured let's at least give you guys some content to look at. It's like previously recorded. But it's all good. We're putting together right now. Christina's uploading a bunch of images to our feed that we'll be showing for the Irish archetypes and Irish mythological characters and creatures that we like to use in the Storytime.
You can tell we're tired.
Oh, we are so tired. We're still emptying stuff out of the old place. Mostly because we're only really there for like an hour a day, every couple of days or something like that. So enjoyed the little pre-recorded broadcast. Brought a lot of memories that you two have. Yeah, it was a lot of fun stuff there.
Oh, I was going to tag.
You were going to tag
all the people who are $5 sponsors or awards. Yeah. And I don't think I can now. I can't now.
Katie, you're tired as well?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, where's my phone?
And all the new lockdowns have hit now.
Oh.
Stores are going back to curbside and essential travel only, and they're really trying to get people to stay at home now. This is the third major significant lockdown in Toronto.
What, as opposed to third minor significant lockdown?
Had a good day at work, and now my day is completed since you guys are on. Oh, thank you, Vince. Aww. Really appreciate that. We do.
Thank you. Well, I'm not ignoring you. I got to find out who's. Well, let's see if we can.
Who's the sponsor?
Let's see if we can remember who. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Katrina.
Yep.
And Jeff.
Jeff, yeah.
Jeff.
Oh, tri-kilted. Yeah.
Tri-kilted?
Kilted.
Oh, baby. Here he is.
There he is.
High five award. Woo!
High five. Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, Vince.
Dawn?
Did Mr. Scobie? Yes, he did. Yes. Come on, people, help me remember.
Oh, isn't it bad under bagpiper, Dawn?
Oh.
That's why Harold was having a hard time finding him, but hopefully they finally did manage to connect. There he is.
That'd be nice.
New sponsor.
New sponsor.
Chris.
Chris! Darling! Chris.
W.
Is it W?
Yeah. Whelan? W-E-I?
E-I?
Or W-I-E?
No, there he
Wiegand.
is.
There it is. Wiegand. Got him. Welcome. California is going
Red
to open
Eye.
back up on June 15th. Oh, wow. So that's going to be fully open, no masks, no restrictions or anything along those lines?
Oh,
Wow.
really? Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Who else, Martin? It's the award ones we have a hard time keeping track of.
Because they're a little here, a little there, a little.
Yeah.
And this is, of course, awards or since the last
one.
Since the last one.
Not before.
Pardon me.
Because the sponsors are doing $5 a month.
Right.
So it's only fair that awards happen for each one.
Oh, so it's going to open back up. You still have to wear masks. Okay.
Okay.
Like we had just literally, we got to a point where restaurants were able to have people on their patios again, and the weather's starting to warm up, and hair salons were open up again, and we booked an appointment, and, and now they closed everything down again.
My hair is never going to recover. Ever, ever, ever. Ronald, where are you? O-T-O-L. Well, where are you? There you are.
There he is.
Here you are. And Dave for Infinite.
Another lockdown in Toronto. Yeah. Well, it's the province. It's province wide, actually.
Thank you all for keeping yourselves amused.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. 15, 20, 25. We're at the $40.
Are we? That means we're at
the $40.
$40 a month sponsorships. Which
means we have to do a discount code.
We do.
For anyone who's a sponsor, $5 or over. I see I have my work cut out for me.
Like that will help, not? No, another lockdown? Yeah, I don't know if that's really going to do much.
You people are
at this
awesome.
point.
Like, don't stop. You people are awesome.
Don't stop believing.
Let's switch to the positive, okay?
Absolutely, yeah.
Come on, folks.
Accentuate the positive. Eliminate the negative. Hold on to the affirmative.
Hold on, accentuate positive.
Yeah.
That requires a push-up bra.
But
we're not that kind of broadcast. So I have to go through the other broadcasts to see you already did $5 to be able to make sure I didn't miss anyone. And of course,
thank you, Vince.
As tradition.
Pablo de la Hoya.
Tradition. And Peter. Tradition.
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 Sedition.
That was like the lamest one. The last one was like tradition.
That's probably a good start anyway.
I don't want to leave anyone out.
So that's all of our $5 sponsors, $5 and over. Okay.
And if someone will let us promote on their
Randy Rainbow as well.
Oh my God. Randy Rainbow is awesome.
And we thought he wouldn't have any new material after Trump was gone, but he's still doing it.
Nope. Still at it. But no, we need if anyone's gonna interview us and let us promote the last of this, we'll also include a character as a favor for letting us be on your broadcast.
Is it rearranging?
Slow. It's too slow. I wanted to take it slow in order to not be stressed out, and we overlapped it financially, but yeah. Hold on, Vince, you gave us a $5 recently, didn't you?
Awards? Yeah.
Didn't you? I have to go back and double check. I believe you did. Well, we'll have to go back and double check. This will not be the last chance. So this is it. This is what's going to happen because of the craziness and the chaotic and the what.
Bannerman the other day, did it add up to $5 at all, or was it just random?
Oh my God, yes, it did.
Yeah. Okay.
Bannerman went nuts. Bannerman. Bannerman.
Swing. Yes, I did for the Middle Earth.
For the Middle Earth. Okay, so you haven't for this one. Okay.
Not since that. Okay.
Can't keep track. There's got to be a better way to keep. We'll figure it out. There's always a better way to keep track.
Yeah. Desiree?
Did she?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We'll have to figure that one out.
Yeah. Hey, Des. She's got an interesting way to spell it.
Ray? There she is.
It is. Worth. Hopefully she's out there somewhere. I know this is late, guys, but that's okay. Those of you who are going to be part of this one, we would like you to make sure you comment, even on the replay, which is what I love about us.
Namaste, Katrina, thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. Lama, stay. Lama, stay. Good Lama.
Hey,
Lama, go. Lama, Lama, stay. Good Lama. That was the day I was invited to Middle Earth broadcast, and I was left. Oh, okay. Super clap a word. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, we're doing this one a little differently. We're super clapping. If she keeps this up, all her dead skin is going to fall off.
Oh, I know. Exfoliating your palms. Yeah. What up, Grand Admiral?
Or we can do it with total dignity.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Gradina.
Or like this.
Or the one-hand clapping award.
I don't know how
you guys like the feet-washing Irish episode of Star Trek TNG?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
My God, that was a while ago. That was brilliant. Yeah. So this is how it's going to work. Everyone has until, it's going to be a little crammed, because I'm going to have to really pump it out, so to speak. Everyone has until, I got to look back at my calendar now. Go back to actually. Everyone's got until the 10th of April.
April 10th.
To do a $5 contribution. Either through sponsorship or through awards, in order to be included in the next story time, which will be Irish folklore. Now, here's the catch. Martin and I are going to take a whole week to write this one, partially because we're still doing the move thing. We have other obligations, etc., etc., etc. So we're going to take a whole week to write this one.
Not a day like we tried with the Middle Earth one.
So that means the 10th is your deadline to get in. The 17th will be the actual story time.
Okay. And that's a Saturday, correct?
Yes. If you wish to get yourself in there and the 10th is gone, it'll be a $10 contribution.
Ooh.
Because we're going to have
to
rewrite
penalty, right?
Well, this is it. We're going to have to rewrite in order to get them in there.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're going to do this time in order to give
more
time
wacky stuff. Count me in.
Oh, Facebook.
Let me guess. That's Red Eye.
You're already a sponsor, so you're
That's
already
true. Yeah,
in.
you're already in.
So, those of you who've done a $5 contribution, instead of actually doing Irish figureheads from history.
That's kind of a car withdrawal.
Oh. Okay, you've got until Saturday.
Perfect. Don't think I've done $5 worth of awards.
Oh, well, if you do, or you do a $5 sponsorship, you get included in these stores every month. Yeah. Okay, so this one's Irish folklore. And what we're going to do this time, instead of like the characters we did before with the Middle Earth and finding Middle Earth type names and stuff like that, We're going to give you guys, what was it, 10, 12 archetypes?
I think we have about that, yeah.
We're going to give you 12 archetypes. You're going to pick an archetype. One, two people, three people, five people, whatever, can be the same archetype, but you won't be the same person. Because not all these archetypes,
Drat.
only a few, only a few of these archetypes are actual people, like actual
single
isolated
individuals, right? Yeah.
But we don't care. We want you guys to have fun, and we want to have fun. What we're going to do is we're going to take your ID this time. We're going to look at the archetype you chose, and then we're going to make up a name for your archetype. So, for example, if it was me as Chris,
I need to materially you must me every time these days. We only have a couple of Facebook users that come on, and Deirdre Kukalane.
So, for example, yeah, if I was Chris, yeah, or you know, oh, damn it, it was in my head.
Oh, hey Vince, don't worry about it. Yeah.
But basically, an Irish version of your actual name or your HAPS ID.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Chris. Oh, good.
Hey,
we got some people here.
How are you?
Okay. So we're going to introduce you to the archetypes tonight. Mm-hmm. And if you missed it, it's okay. Obviously, it's up. You can watch it later on. Mm-hmm. I see the HAPS logo coming up over our screen every once in a while. So hopefully this works out okay. So we're going to start from the top. The Banshee. Okay. Of course, we'll name your Banshee accordingly. Mm-hmm. Banshees are one of the most infamous archetypes
in Irish folklore.
Yes. And has been around for a long time. Hopefully, Martin spell checking. Oh, we just started, Chris.
Yep.
That's me. Okay. So Katrina's gonna be a banshee.
Okay.
So here's a basic description of a banshee.
This is, of course, the most basic, like quick one sentence kind of description.
So that we can build from it. And I'm going to look for the picture off to the side here. That's the marrow. Where's the banshee? Where's the banshee?
Susie and the Banshees? There she is.
That's not Susie. So here we go. Oh no, have we? Can you check us live?
Our live has not been showing up even while we were running.
Okay, everyone, tell us whether or not you can see. Oh, I want to switch these.
Let's go stack, or
we could
just put it side by side, basically. Ta-da. Yeah, that'll work.
So you're gonna have to be aware where you are. So
Scarlet or sack scratch.
So if you choose a banshee, okay, can you guys tell us whether or not?
Are you able to see all of this? Because we're having our signal is, I mean, our internet signal is doing really good, but it's still knocking me off. Vince, is Haps having some problems tonight? Okay, Katie can see it. Catherine in Irish is Catherine. Yeah. Catherine, basically.
So we're going to go down all the archetypes. And then we'll double back. Hey. Okay? I said, okay.
Welcome from Twitch. Come on over to Haps.
Come over to Haps. Haps.tv/invite/the @symbol, CARR.
Hunger, HUNGER.
And join us in the fun.
Yeah.
So
we're doing okay. Do you want to see everyone else's comments? Come on, join us over on Haps.
So banshees. So there's the basic description. Banshees are omens of death. Haunting cry strikes fear into the hearts of children. Many female forms, but also in white cloaks.
Always in a white cloak.
Always in a cloak.
Mm-hmm. So they could be depicted, or they could show up either as a younger woman or an older woman, or basically any kind of age. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I see it's time to multitask. Actually, I can probably do this from the app. It's the same guy.
Oh, is it?
Oh yeah. Look at the pattern. How are you guys doing? Right?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Sup, baby, looking good. I mean, it's the same thing. Yes, of course I'm married to him.
Yep. See, matching rings.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
it's literally a copy and paste.
Yep. That's hilarious.
Mom, where's my hot pockets?
We will get right
Hold
back
on.
into that again.
Is that an Irish archetype?
It's Irish. That's right.
We know where we live
It's
too.
Cartman.
Oh no! Listen, hey Chris, we have a great time with these guys.
We do. Yeah.
We do. We just mute, mute,
Whatever. You
mute.
know.
You know, it's even easier to get the IP address squealed on when it's YouTube. You know, it's Chief
Chief O'Brien, an
Brian
Irish archetype. That's right. The mythological chief engineer.
Yeah, yeah. And you see, a lot of people know too if I accidentally mute them, and they didn't mean it. They usually get a
They'll
hold of
let
us
us know.
somewhere
Yeah.
else, like on
Yeah.
Twitter or whatever.
There we go. We got a
Yep.
moderator helping now too.
Do we?
Yeah. I
Oh,
saw one
nice.
mute that we didn't.
Wee. So, hey, my mother could use a good one.
Yeah, really.
So
and mine
yes,
and mine's 6 feet under, so that's just gross, dude. You've seen Lower Decks. He's the most important person in Starfleet history. That's
exactly,
right.
exactly. I'm number one. Oh, there we go. Red eyes where he
Yeah.
belongs.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the Banshee archetype is a very popular and common one. So, I did the image up. I'm gonna have to ask Haps, uh, guys, is there a way to delete these? Because now all the archetypes are going to be
Like,
separated
yeah.
and make
That's
a
that's
mess
the
of
only
it.
problem with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow! All right. Oh, it's not a new one. It's the same one. It's
Yep.
literally a copy and paste
Yep.
of the last time. You know, I like it. What do you do for a stream? If you shut up and listen and watch, you'd see. But no. He is very happy. Thank you.
Yep. You remember when it used to be part of the Flintstones and Ricks? We'll have a gay old time, and then that got you know too politically incorrect, I guess you could say.
No one told you to shut up. We told
Nope.
you to be respectful. Did I? Oh, there we go. Do, 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 do. Turn on notifications. Not now. I don't even know where I don't even use Twitch. Oh my god. We found the worse ones on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
We will get back to the Irish folklore in a second.
We will
My
resume our
channel.
normal broadcasting in one moment. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, he's asking for money.
Ah.
Oh. Go to his profile. Ban. Ban. Go to his profile. Ban.
Back. Sorry, it keeps knocking me off.
Ban.
It might be a Haps bug. It's possible, yeah.
All deleted.
We're just having fun with another twerp on Twitch. Yeah.
Yep,
Got
banned.
nothing better to do with his life.
I'm being a badass on Twitch.
That's okay. I'm gonna leave my phone on Twitch. Just to make this easier and better.
Yep.
And here we go.
Yep.
A little cleanup.
Well, Twitch is these sorry little people playing their video games, and now they discovered that hey, they can get on other people's platforms and spread their poison.
Yep. See, we want to see what you do. If you weren't so stupidly being rude and trollish.
Yep.
They know what you see, and this is it. You don't know what they look like. And I'll
There's
say
one
this
more
right
there.
now for
Yeah.
everyone. Where?
Down. There it
I'll
is.
say this for everyone. If I mute or ban, or there are other ways to find us on other social medias. And if you'd like to come over and apologize and take some serious time, You wouldn't be the first person we've let back on because there was a misunderstanding because it became a cascade.
Mm-hmm.
So give that guy a compliment.
Mom.
Another one on Twitch. Oh, another one bites the
Twitch.
dust.
Another bites the dust.
Banshees.
All right, let's try this again.
Banshees. Okay. There are a number of banshees. If that is the archetype that attracts you, then what we will do is we will make a name for your banshee that suits your actual name.
I like Susie.
Yeah.
What?
Now, we'll come back on in about 2 days, possibly tomorrow, and we'll see what you guys have written in the end. So this way you can you can look back at everything I'm about to post, and you can pick and choose, and you can work with your archetypes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many people we just lost through all that, but I'm
Yeah.
hoping you will come back and happily rejoin us. Okay. Oh, Vince, don't do that, honey.
That's
Please
not. They're
delete
not
that
even
one.
worth our energy, really.
You know, energy comes back on you. Keep it light. Keep it relaxed. You know, I really don't feel that way about those people. If anything, I feel sorry for them. A little bit of pity. Now, that's banshees.
Mm-hmm.
The next most popular archetype are, of course, can we guess? Can we guess? Leprechauns. Leprechauns. So
Where'd you put them?
I don't know where I put them. A little hole in the ground.
At the base of the rainbow.
That's right.
There's more hot pockets for me.
There you go. There's our leprechaun. No, I wanted the whole description.
Yeah, all you did was copy the title.
I need to copy the whole description.
Oh, before I made it, I made a type.
What?
Gold and hoards it.
What?
That's fine.
Hang on.
They'll understand.
Leprechauns collects gold and I see you. You're missing a D.
I know. Sorry if that person gives you the attention and tender loving care.
It's all good.
Yep.
It's all good. Leprechaun collects gold and hoards it at the base of a rainbow. If caught, must grant you 3 wishes to be released, but prone to trickery to keep you from getting his gold.
Mm-hmm.
So this means in our stories, one of our other characters is going to have to catch that leprechaun.
That's right. Yep.
Because you just have him sitting there at the base of a rainbow and going.
Well, there was an account that I read, if I can share for a moment. One account where somebody in history had caught a leprechaun, and the leprechaun showed him that the pot of gold was at the base of this tree, right, buried under the base of this tree, but the man didn't have a shovel, so he took his belt and he tied it around the tree, so he could remember what tree it was. And when he came back with a shovel, there was an identical belt tied around every single tree in the area.
Nice. But
A small green falls apart. A leprechaun. That's
like
a conference for lepers.
From DS9.
From DS9. Oh, actually, yeah. Rumpelstiltskin was in Deep Space, was a character in Deep Space Nine. I think he was a holodeck character or something, wasn't he? And also Rumpelstiltskin in in folklore and in Once Upon a Time, the TV series. And he's similar to a leprechaun, yeah.
Now, on the opposite side of a leprechaun,
because leprechauns are mostly harmless. They're playful, they're tricksters, and they want to hold on to their gold. They don't want to give it to you, right?
Mm-hmm. But you see, there's a sort of evil twin of the leprechaun. Let's see if I can pronounce this right. The Fardarig?
Yeah, Fardarig.
It's the Fardarig. I'm going to let the leprechaun go here so we don't get a TJ screen. The Fardarig. Now, in contrast, this little bugger is evil.
Fardarig basically translates into red man. And yeah, he kidnaps people, primarily children, to be replaced with the changelings by the fairies.
So he takes you away, and you're done, and he sticks a changeling in your place, and they live your life for you, and the Far Darling has complete control over that changeling.
Mm-hmm. Leprechaun and Charitable Foundation sponsored organ donation. Yeah, I just thought it was like a trade show for lepers. Leprechaun. Okay, we're being very politically incorrect here, and we're going to burn in hell. But it's all good.
No, if you don't believe in that kind of thing, it doesn't exist.
Oh, that's right.
Really how it works. It is. It is. It's seriously how it's work. Don't believe in it.
Okay.
Believe in the Far Darling.
The Far Darling.
So if you want to be something like a leprechaun, but you don't want to be a leprechaun, you want to be a little evil, actually a lot evil, then this is the guy for you. He always wears red, and of course leprechauns are known to wear green. So when you think about it, they're kind of Christmas colors.
Almost, yeah. Well, they're what are they? Complementary colors, opposite the spectrum, sort of, or opposite the color wheel.
And since we talked about the Far Darling here, and we stated that he puts changelings in the place of children.
I'll save you a seat next to the sulfur pit. Would I play Leprechaun? Not in this one. No.
Martin and I are going to be Maeve and Oberon, so that we can tell the stories about the rest of you. Because we're not in the stories, we're telling the stories. So we keep ourselves separate. Well, you see, since we're talking about the Far Darling, we also have to talk about the changelings. Fairy child put in place of a human child, drawn towards musical instruments, people mesmerized by their music. They always said a talented child must be a changeling. Can you imagine that? What, you think I'm a changeling?
No. No.
I'm not a gullible fairy. When you think about
well, this is true, yeah.
Changelings are very gullible fairies. They get promised so much to go and take the place of this child, and it doesn't always happen.
A leprechaun would be a short person and very good at pole vaulting.
Oh my god. So, your next choice on the list. Oh, this is one of my favorites.
Yes.
Martin likes talking about this one too. Let me find both images.
Folklore Storytime is going to be amazing. I'll turn it out of sight and out of mind. It's going to be crazy, man.
Crazy man. Oh, where are we? Puka.
What are you giving away?
Puka.
There it is. Which one would you prefer?
Puka 1 and Puka 2.
Pukaroo. I wonder. The puka, known in Irish folklore, quite often takes the form of a rabbit, but is also just as often takes the form of a horse. And farmers actually enjoyed having pukas show up and come around because they would scare the daylights out of their livestock, causing the chickens to lay more eggs, the cows to give more milk, and basically more productivity in your farm animals. So they would pray for pukas. They would actually leave offerings out in the field for pukas to come and scare their livestock.
Scare the blank out of their livestock.
Yeah.
The Irish have such a unique way of getting what they need out of their animals.
Leprechaun look like a crumbling Ricardo Montalban.
Oh.
Puka 2 looks like a horse or a rabbit. Well, the one in the middle is the horse, and the one on the far right looks is a rabbit.
Let's see if we can. The horse is actually a pretty small picture.
Yeah.
So let's make the horse come forward.
We're number 1. There we go.
See the red eyes, and that's also common when you see images of pukas, whether they're rabbit or horse form. They've got the red eyes. There's a friend of ours down in the Seattle area who does a rabbit puka, and he does such a good job at
as
it.
a cosplay
Yeah.
at Renaissance fairs.
He's a furry. He runs around as a puka, a rabbit puka, and he just is such a troublesome little brat.
Yeah.
You know?
Horse with a lightsaber stuck in his head. Yeah, it's got
So
to
you
leave
see,
a mark. Yeah.
if you decide to be a puka, you get to pick to be a horse or a rabbit. And we'll have you terrorize someone's farm.
Which one is this? This is the puka. So it can either show up as a rabbit or as a horse. It also sometimes takes other forms, but those are the two most common ones.
So next on our list, puka rabbit is a troublesome little mean.
He does look pretty mean, doesn't he? But it's interesting some of the artwork that we found. Some of it is actually classical art from like the early 1900s, or even earlier, and some others is artists somewhere that's done their own interpretation of it. So we tried to find things as generic looking as possible.
Well, we try to avoid some of the more vicious imagery because there's some pretty seriously dark stuff out there. Now, in Irish folklore, I'm gonna toss our pukas to the side for a moment. In Irish folklore, the marrow is their version of a mermaid.
Here she is.
Where is she? Did I go past? Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a king marrow.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, switch.
I'm gonna go like that. I'm gonna go like that. It's all good.
My creativity ends when I run out of toilet paper. That was still awesome though.
Demonic looking bunny, yeah. So the marrow can be male or female.
Yeah.
There's no distinction.
And quite often they would be able to come up on land. They had.
Oh, you didn't put a description.
I missed the description on that one, didn't I? Yeah. One of the basic descriptions was one thing that they're known for to hold their power is either a cloak or a cap, and if the cloak or cap is taken away from them, they're stuck on land. And they basically they'd have that never-ending quest to grab their cloak or cap back to be able to go back to the water. Hired the kid next door to pick up the turds in my yard. He got really mad when he found out I didn't have a dog. But did you give him any of that toilet paper?
Yeah, it would have been nice. So yeah, so of course, if someone wants to be a marrow, we would set up a part in the story where you lose your cloak or your hat, and someone else would steal it, probably a leprechaun.
Aye.
And then have to be really apologetic later. And we can be, we can have two marrows. Doesn't have to be the one. We can have a male and a female. Did we do kelpies? No.
Nope.
I love kelpies. It says a lot about me. Maybe I shouldn't be saying those things. Okay. So we get rid of our marrow.
Finally, that little mess while it was knocking me off finally subsided. Oh, that's good. So it's stabilized there now? Okay.
Cool.
Excellent.
Let's go to our kelpie. Where's our kelpie? Kelpie.
There it is.
There are a lot of horse legends, by the way,
in Ireland
folklore, which is why I chose Queen Maeve, because she's the fairy of the horses, protector of the horses. This is the evil water spirit. Takes the form of a horse or pony to lure a rider, then drowns them and eats them. Now, we have no problems if you want to be the rider instead of the kelpie. So you can either rescue yourself, rescue someone else, or just end your life dramatically.
Mhm.
We're fine. We'll do whatever it takes. So that's a kelpie. Okay. These suckers are dark. Really, really dark. There's a lot of horse in Irish.
There is
Um, where's the opposite?
the N bar, second from the bottom.
How did this wind up in different coloring?
Because I copied and pasted directly from the.
Oh, let's see how it shows here, shall we?
I wouldn't get eaten by a kelpie. Oh, that actually comes out okay.
Yeah, pretty nasty looking, aren't they? I always got a kick out of them. I don't know why. I think it was a horse. Anything horse I like. But the other thing is, I'd have these battles with my siblings.
It's the white horse there. Yeah.
Horses.
That's horses.
Now the N bar is the complete. In the States, it's National Beer Day. Does that count as evil water?
That's evil water. Sure, why not?
Now, I'm going to leave the two next to each other for a moment, which means a really tight space for Martin and I, but hey. But, of course, the interpretations. Evil is black and good is white.
Kelpie looks gruesome, yeah. And I think it's where a lot of the lake monsters, like Loch Ness monster, and I know there's Irish lake monsters and that sort of thing in mythology as well, and theoretically in what is it, cryptozoology. So a lot of these legends are kind of focused around that.
So we're gonna tell Kelpie to go away for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
N-bar, the N-bar, or
Einbar
Einbar
and
of man.
Mananan.
I've got to pull out my Celtic
Oh,
dictionary
yeah.
and remind myself. Is a horse in the Irish mythological cycle which could traverse both land and sea and was swifter than wind speed. And the opposite, of course, is we're talking a very helpful horse here.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking an animal that's very much the opposite of the kelpie.
Chris Wiegand Carter. I like the sound of an N-bar. Nice.
Do you?
All
Nice.
right. Well, maybe Chris could be an N-bar.
Maybe Chris could be an N-bar. That'd be awesome. He'd have to save someone.
Aye. Save someone from a kelpie.
Yep. So yeah, the N bars are much more fluid, much more graceful, much more helpful, much more open. They're the complete opposite. The two of them are literally left and right, good and bad. Nemesis, enemies to the end. Horses. We'll stay on the horse.
Oh, yes.
Now, what I didn't know is the headless horseman actually comes from Irish folklore.
Mm-hmm. The one from the Ichabod Crane story.
It originally comes from the Irish folklore. Yes, I know. Trying to turn off the end.
Oh, I see. Plenty of horses in my neighborhood near the airport. Oh, really?
Go borrow a few. The headless horseman, Dullahan, carries his head in one hand and a human spine whip in the other.
That's just creepy. I love the headless horseman. Yeah, and that's the Ichabod Crane story. Evidently, the headless horseman comes from Irish mythology.
So he's a really good one that we can work with because he literally wanders the night looking for completed souls to basically take apart. Because his head is missing, so to speak. It's separated from his body. So his goal is to make sure that your spirit doesn't get to where it's supposed to get to. And it's quite the story. And I did not realize originally that the Headless Horseman came from Irish mythology.
Neither did I.
So it's pretty cool to stumble across this one. And there's a lot we can do with this one.
Yeah. So we're learning a lot too in this process, which is awesome.
So we technically, with working with Irish folklore, have a headless horseman.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling these out of different order. I'm trying to remember what I'm missing here.
That one we're missing. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
The Fear Gorta.
I think you copied one of those. Yeah.
All right. Yes, wasn't that the. Okay. Who's in the zombies? That's that one.
Nope.
No.
That's the Funimarians.
Where'd it go?
Oh,
What?
did we not?
What?
I know we copied an image of him.
I thought we did.
Did it not get copied over?
Okay, I gotta make sure. Oh, there he is. Okay, who's in the zombies?
Who likes zombies? Like, who doesn't like zombies?
I don't.
I'm not a huge fan of them myself.
I can't stand anything that's
like,
the numbing of the brain. So
well, interestingly enough, this guy is not as malevolent as one might think. You guys are on, and my hunger withdrawal is disappeared. I don't like zombies.
There you go, Martin. Your turn to talk.
The Firgorta, they are walking corpses that wander the land begging for food. They don't want brains, they want just food.
Isn't that the same thing?
When they're fed, they reward the person who feeds them with lifelong prosperity. So the moral of this is they're, always to share. If you don't feed the Firgorta, if you refuse to feed him, you will suffer an eternal life of poverty and sickness and whatever else, and for the rest of your life. So do them good and they'll do you good.
So yeah, you got the handout. And hold on, I think I know that guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm on Yonge Street.
Yeah, Yonge and Dundas, right? Yonge and Dundas Square.
Yeah.
He sits right in the middle of the fountain, doesn't he?
That's right. So it's an interesting character because when you think about it, he's neither good nor evil. He exists. And if any of you choose to be one of these, we're going to have to decide who's going to deny giving the food and who's going
suffer
to
the consequences.
Give the food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they have to have they're part of the adventure, and then they would cascade on and run into.
Does that guy resemble that zombie?
Yes.
Yeah, he wears a ratty old winter coat though.
Oh, that's true.
And torn up sneakers.
There's nothing on the bones.
And he usually hangs around with that weird cross-dressing guy. Oh, there are some interesting types in downtown Toronto.
Oh yeah. This is for true. Now, now you can see that the Irish have their own version of zombies when you think about it. So, the Irish are not without scroll their own version. Where'd he go?
Yeah,
he just there. Their own version of vampires. And literally, practically word for word, these guys are Irish vampires.
Yep. They wander the night, they drink the blood of their victims, etc., etc. So, and this one in particular, said to be a vampire and magician who terrorized the people of County Derry in the 5th century. So that goes back quite a ways. Actually, it predates Vlad Tepes.
That's true. It's true. So who got what from whom?
I know, yeah.
Or is it just a coincidence?
Oh, I don't know. Dun dun dun.
But the nice thing about this guy is no one really thinks about him existing, so they don't turn him into a bat and make him fly away. They suck the beer from your veins.
How do you incapacitate a vampire? Make sure he gets you when you're hammered. I did not say blah blah blah.
You got to do that with an Irish accent.
I did not say blah blah blah.
Oh, if I come across that guy who sits on the fountain, I will give him money. Oh, honey. It's not wise to give them money in a big city like this.
No.
Bring them food.
It's
offer some conversation.
Usually we'll have a spare bottle of water or a spare like granola bar or something with us that we'll give them.
We came out of the Costco the one time. We gave the bottle of pineapple juice. He was happy.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good idea to give them money because then they just want more and more and more. And we have a very supportive system.
Yeah.
People don't believe that, but hey, that's a story for another day.
Yes, it is.
But yes, so you can be an Irish vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Be more than happy to make you an Irish vampire.
Let's see who have we not gotten.
Werewolf.
Oh yes.
I hear Jeff sneaking around the background.
Little joke. 2 Irishmen walk out of the pub. Hey, it could happen. Especially if the beer's all gone.
Okay, and of course, you can't have Irish vampires without an Irish werewolf. So let's scroll down to his image.
There he is.
Oh, down here. I'm actually.
There you go. Back to your regular schedule folklore broadcast.
Why did it not click? Click.
Click. Somehow you moved it up to the top.
What?
But it didn't select, or is it just taking? No, it's just taking forever to.
Oh, geez.
To update.
Select it again.
Our preview seems to be a little bit glitchy at the moment. So the difference with the Irish werewolf is rather than the human form morphing into that of a wolf, it's almost like an out of body. The werewolf sort of emerges from the human. They only transform during the potato harvest moon. That's right. The wolf form actually emerges from the human form, leaving the human form behind. And the human form basically is in like a coma state while the wolf form wanders around the countryside causing havoc. Any injury to the wolf is sustained by the human form, and the human form is very vulnerable during the time that the wolf is out and about roaming.
It's there. It's our preview.
Our preview is not. Yeah, if we click here on the show live, it still gives a blank when it actually even works.
Oh, that's okay. Technology. Beta. So basically they become two forms.
Mm-hmm.
One the animal form and one the human form. So if you don't want to hurt the human, don't hurt the animal. And they do wolfy things.
Mm-hmm. Could go and do wolfy things. Apparently some of the folklore is whatever the wolf eats, when it retransforms back into the human has actually consumed that as well. So if there's anything left, any food left in the wolf's mouth, like part of a rabbit carcass, it's in the person's mouth when they wake up. They transfer, howling at pub doors and peeing on the legs of drunken patrons.
Hey, you want to be one of those? We'll do that. I think Don was interested in that.
He was interested in one specific one, like by name, but
we're not doing that this time.
We're not going to get that in depth into it. We want to keep this one simple
and a little lighter-hearted.
Exactly, yeah.
But still reach into the dark, serious side of Celtic folklore.
That's right.
Boom. So are we?
Let's see what do I after.
The cats.
The cat. Yeah.
Hey! All you Star Wars fans.
This is funny.
These things were called this before. We're gonna go from dog to cat, right? Before Star Wars. And it's a long description, so Martin's just going to talk.
Basically, Cat Sith, or in Irish, it's Cat C, is a fairy creature from Celtic mythology, said to resemble a large black cat with a white spot in its chest. Hey, where's Shane? Shane's probably gone to bed, but this resembles her cat Piper, who passed. Legend has it that the spectral cat haunts the Scottish Highlands, also in Ireland as well, right? More common in Scottish folklore, but occur in the Irish as well. Was not a fairy, but a witch that could transform into a cat 9 times. So there's the cat has 9 lives, right? So it is.
Yeah, I do like this piece of art a lot.
It's very cool. It's just when we were looking this up and we came across this one, it's like a black cat with a white spot in its chest. We immediately thought, "Oh my God, that's Shane's cat."
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So this one's a nice romantic possibility as well. Just remember 9 times and it's done.
Yeah. Could be mad if the werewolf ate a lot of asparagus. Smelly.
So there's where your 9 lives come from. Is this Irish folklore? Again, so much in day-to-day lives, we have these folklores to thank. So this one we have to be very careful. We have to decide whether or not the person, when we write the story, has made the 9th change.
So which regeneration are they on?
Exactly. The Doctor as a. Shit, I want someone to draw that.
Huh? Yeah.
Doctor Who is the cat Sith. Ooh, I'll be fine. So that's a possibility as well. Shane, if you pitch in that $5, I know which one you're going to pick.
Mm-hmm.
And Wayne, yeah, that is. So who am I missing?
Bodach and Killiach.
Bodach and Killiach. Okay. Where are they? So we're going to move Piper Part 2 off the side. Martin's going to be ready to talk again while I do some more typing. Where are they? Where'd they go?
They disappeared. They were there a second ago. There they are.
Ah, there they are.
No, these two were tricksters in Irish folklore. It's sort of the Bodach was the man. He was more sort of the boogeyman, kind of, frightening and terrorizing, and basically playing pranks on people. And he was often accompanied by the Cailleach, which was the female version. So the two of them were kind of a bit of a destructive force to cause a lot of havoc and play pranks and stuff on people, kind of like us.
A little bit. What?
Like, what look at those vapors. Better change the litter box quick. Yeah, really. That was a very vaporous cat.
So do you have more on them? So, if someone wants to be a couple with someone, we can make them to these.
Yep.
There's a few exceptions here, as you guys can tell, that we threw in a couple that they are actual names type thing. But they're the easier ones to write, usually because it is a couple situation, like a brother and sister or a husband and wife. And they're really easy to write in. It's the naggy couple.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and these two actually weren't actually necessarily a specific couple, but they were a type of fairy spirit, a type of evil spirit that would show up usually in pairs.
Ah, okay, so, yeah. Even better.
But Bodach translates to old man, and Cailleach translates to old woman, right?
I believe we only have one more.
The Fomorians.
Boom, boom, boom. So we'll tuck these to the side. I saw the Fomorians.
They go to their bottom. They've haven't moved around again. Oh, they were second from the bottom.
Near enough. There we go.
So there we go. So the Fomorians were a supernatural race. It was in folklore. They were depicted almost as the race that the Irish the Irish people came from, and they were often depicted as either coming from under the sea or under the ground, and they took on a whole variety of forms, as you can see in the image here. That's a painting from 1912. So quite a variety of different forms that they took. So they were kind of like the ancient race almost that created the Irish people.
I just realized I got a report. I'm gonna do
Oh,
that
you're doing
after.
the
I want them off here.
Basques?
I want 'em off
What
here.
is
Here we go. Basques.
Basques?
How was that, Red Eye?
Is that another variation on the Fomorians, like the ancient race?
Oh, sorry, I yawned.
Oh.
So, in not necessarily the same order as we demonstrated, here's basically
The entire
list.
list.
Okay, so these are the ones we've decided to work with because they're the easiest to manipulate, the greatest variety of types, a little off the beaten path in many cases. So if you want to be a little off the beaten path, it's there.
But also
And
some well-known ones.
some well-known ones, yeah. And it'll be easy to take your names and turn them into these grand Irish names.
DNA proves that the original Irish were settlers from northern Spain. Oh, really?
Wow.
The Basques is, I guess, what you're referring to. Oh, wow.
Well, at one time, the landmass was literally one landmass.
Mm-hmm.
All the shifting and global.
Yeah, and when the the Vikings, the Norse, were known to have gone as far west as Canada. Pardon me. And the Romans and everything else. So yeah, it's
Okay, so.
And how like 80% of us have shared DNA with Genghis Khan.
Yeah, that kind of scares me.
Yeah, by boat. Okay.
Hang on a second. Included in the story time. Make a $5 server ship to our apps. That's sponsorship or $5 worth of awards to our haps by, I said the 7th, right? No.
The 10th.
Oh my God, my brain.
Hold on. Yeah.
Saturday.
Because today is the 7th. Yes, by the 10th.
Yo. Step 2. All right, folks. This is a good time to ask any questions because we will be heading out again to try to do one more run of stuff and hopefully get to bed before 4 a.m.
Hopefully.
April 10th. 2. Choose your archetype. By the 10th. 3. Rewrite the story. By the, what is it, the Saturday?
The 17th.
Of course, 7 days later from the 10th. That's
exactly.
17th.
They tend to shove out the door at the same time when leaving boats and airplanes. And saying, never put all your Basques in one exit. Wow.
We love you, Red Eye. We love you, Red Eye. Oh, yes, we do. Love you, Red Eye. We do. Story by the 17th and presented on that day. Now, everyone said 7 o'clock worked well for them?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. At 7 p.m.
Eastern.
All right.
Eastern Standard Time.
EST. Not ESP. EST.
EST.
All right. Ta-da. Folks, this one's going to stay short because we are exhausted and we have more stuff to do. Quietly, as to not disturb our neighbors. You all know where to find us, right? We're really looking forward to this one. And we only have a week to fix my wings.
We have a week to fix your wings.
Okay.
We'll get them over here. We'll get them set up on the table. And...
fix them.
Yep. I married a banshee. It didn't end well.
Sounds like a
Was
show.
it an omen of your own death?
Sounds like a TV show.
I know. I married a banshee. Yeah.
You guys are great. So listen. Share, care, shop, subscribe,
sponsor,
be incredible.
That's right. I'm back, and thank you, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Chris. And remember, you can leave on here if you've already made your decision. If you have any suggestions as to what your name should sound like for it, by all means, put it on the ends of the comments here. Tomorrow, I'm going to check in and hopefully get on. And if not, it will definitely be Friday. But we will be checking back in, so definitely look for the broadcast because we've only got a few days here for the $5.
Yep. Pretty much. It was 10 years ago, and I can still hear the screech.
My Lord.
The blood-curdling cry.
Are you gentlemen done?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Sounds good. Awesome, Chris.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. So, remember, I'm going to get rid of our originators here. There we go. There we go. Full screen. Ta-da! Remember, folks, respect yourself more than anyone else will, and everything will be fine. Seriously, you need self-respect. You need self-love. People can't give you what you can't give yourself. So go ahead, spend some time with yourself. You know, eat well, get a little exercise in, you know, all these great things. Just love the world we're in, you know? I'm actually looking forward to writing this. And if you don't pick your archetype by the weekend, then I just gonna have to pick it for you.
That's right.
So, yeah. Hey, Martin. We should have looked up an Irish saying before we went there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well,
I cannot think of one.
Okay, why don't you say?
Oh, hold on.
Okay, no, go.
May the wind be always at your back, and the ground always reach up to meet you.
Martin.
Martin. See, next time you gotta keep the self-love at home. They kicked me out of the Walmart for that.
Oh. Oh my God. You are so welcome, honey.
Awesome, Vince. You're welcome. Yeah.
Night,
Night, Kitty.
All right, everyone, take care of yourself. I know it's a shorter one than I planned, but there you go. You got your archetypes. Let's do this. Let's make it rock. All right. Night, night. The extra coming soon once I can scroll back to that spot. Night, night. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to this one. We'll do the best we can, you two.
Yep.
Keep it kind. We had a great time in Montreal. Montreal was all hard for us. Right? Go on, camera. Okay. I'd like to. That's my favorite thing. That's my favorite. No. Well, look up there.
How much styrofoam?
Way too much styrofoam. The birds are confused. It's like, what's this city doing?